Yo, what is up guys, my name is Patrick, host of EDH Brutality, and you're watching episode 7 of Game Winning Jank. Let's get into it. Welcome back folks, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for your ongoing support of the channel and thank you for dropping by as usual. As always, links to the timestamps will be provided down in the description below for all combos showcased in this video. And for those new here, Game Winning Jank is a monthly episodic series here on the EDH Brutality YouTube channel in which we showcase 3 janky synergies or combos that catapult your next win in Friday Night Magic. So without further ado, let's jump right into today's video. Now, today's video is going to take a slightly different approach from our previous episodes of Game Winning Jank. Last night I just saw the movie Oppenheimer. It was absolutely phenomenal and it gave me the great idea of let's make this episode of Game Winning Jank around one card. And after seeing the movie, what one card sums up the A-bomb? Well, none other than Worldfire. That's right, today's episode is going to be revolving around combos using the card known as Worldfire. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Now to understand today's combos, we must understand the card known as Worldfire. For 6 colorless and 3 red mana, this sorcery speed spell reads: exile all permanents, exile all cards from all hands and graveyards. Each player's life total becomes 1. Essentially, we are nuking the entire board as well as ourselves. And you're probably wondering, how do we turn this into a win if we're essentially resetting everyone back to the Stone Age? Well, today's video will be explaining just that with these 3 janky combos starting off at the number 3 spot right now. Now our first way to win with Worldfire is using one of 2 cards. However, if we are playing Worldfire in a deck, I would like to throw in both just for further redundancy and consistency. So our first card we can use, our option number 1, is Barren Glory. For 4 colors and 2 white mana, this enchantment spell reads: at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control no permanents other than Barren Glory and have no cards in hand, you win the game. A great condition that can be met by Worldfire. Unfortunately, however, Worldfire will exile this upon cast, so we gotta get creative too. Maybe it won't work by itself. So option number 2, we have Near Death Experience. For 2 colorless and 3 white mana, this enchantment spell says, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 1 life, you win the game. Once again, a great condition that can be met by Worldfire, as Worldfire resets everyone's life totals to 1. But once again, this too will get exiled. So we need a way to protect one of these 2 cards, and what better way to do this other than Oblivion Ring? For 2 colorless and 1 white mana, this enchantment spell essentially says, when Oblivion Ring enters the battlefield, exile another target non-land permanent, and when Oblivion Ring leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to the battlefield under its owner's control. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be playing Barren Glory or our Near Death Experience, and then we're going to cast the O-Ring on top of one of these 2 lovely cards, exiling it in the process. By doing so, we will create a sacrificial shield that we won't mind getting exiled by Worldfire. And what this will do is it'll ultimately protect the card underneath it, thus granting us that upkeep win condition, as it'll be fully protected.
I'm in danger!
Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have a 2-card mono-red combo revolving around a Planeswalker. That's right, we'll be using Chandra, Awakened Infernal for 4 colorless and 2 red mana. This legendary Planeswalker reads: this spell can't be countered, and add 2 loyalty for each opponent gets an emblem with, in quotations, at the beginning of your upkeep, this emblem deals 1 damage to you. So what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to play our Chandra, Awakened Inferno. We're going to uptick her loyalty ability and give everyone at the table an emblem where they will take 1 damage on their upkeep.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Later in the game, we will cast the Worldfire, resetting everyone's life totals to 1, and with emblems being, if not near impossible to remove, it is almost a guaranteed victory. That is, of course, unless they can somehow win outright before their upkeep. And last but not least, the moment you've all been waiting for, at the number 1 spot, we have Worldfire. It's almost like the videos after Worldfire. Gosh damn it, guys. Anyways, we've got Worldfire paired with a Zozu the Punisher. For 1 colorless in 2 red, this legendary creature Goblin Warrior reads: whenever a land enters the battlefield, Zozu the Punisher deals 2 damage to that land's controller. Obviously, this is a great option when we are playing Worldfire, simply because Zozu can be our commander, which means he's on demand anytime we wish for him. We don't need to ever search and dig our deck. We can essentially just play him whenever we'd like, not to mention he's not very mana intensive. So what you're going to want to do to win the game with Worldfire here is you're going to want to tap enough mana to where you can float it all. You're going to want to cast your Worldfire, exiling everyone's permanents of their hands. Everything goes down to 1 life. And then with that extra floated mana, you want to cast your commander. In this instance, it will be Zozu the Punisher. Now, obviously, your opponents won't have any hands or permanents on the field, so they're going to have to draw into stuff to rebuild. But how do you rebuild in the game with Magic the Gathering? Well, you need mana. And how do you have mana? You need lands. So the minute they play a single land to try to get back in the game, Zozu is going to do a single 2 damage to them. And with their life total being 1, they're going to die. Like, it just, they've got no options. They're just dead. Now, obviously, this is not limited to your opponent, so I wouldn't recommend playing a land after you cast Worldfire, floated the mana, and casted Zozu. That wouldn't be very smart. But it is a very stylistic play to finish off your next EDH match. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I know it was a slightly bit different from our previous episodes of Game Winning Jank, as we only focused around 1 card, but after seeing the Trinity Bomb last night in the movie, I felt like I was obligated to provide something fiery for you all. And just a friendly reminder as a heads up, EDH Brutality is now on Patreon, so if you'd like to get the most out of all things metal and magic, I highly recommend taking a look down there. We've got several subscription tiers that are custom fit and tailored for all your needs. So if you're interested in checking out our Patreon, a link will be provided down in the description below, as well as our TCGPlayer store. So like I said, as always, if you'd like to stay tuned for future videos here on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Something said, my name is Patrick, host of EDH Brutality. I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.